Hey, a win's a win, right? I don't care how ugly, but this was definitely
That's
an
right.
ugly win for the Dallas Cowboys. Uh,
Yeah.
so let me also interact with the this and go live on TikTok. But anyway, so we actually do have a winner for the actual true brand Cowboys hat. It's Mr. Ayala. So we will definitely be sending you an email. I will probably actually I think we actually know me and Harvey actually know you very personally. Actually, I think we actually know you. So we'll actually reach out to you via, you know, text message or a DM to your Facebook. But congratulations on the cap giveaway. We got some other stuff coming up. Can you guys hear Harvey and Mailman first off on TikTok? I just want to make sure.
What's up, guys? Hey, a win's a win, baby. Let's go. I'm waiting for Stephen A. Smith to say something.
How about them Cowboys? But look what they made me do.
Hey, they
It's
do it.
all God.
Hey, leave it to the Cowboys, man. Hey, leave it to the Cowboys, man. They. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went back. I was telling this to Harvey. I go. I went back. I put my lucky socks on in the fourth quarter, man, and
I knew you
like
were gonna have to.
you
Hey,
know,
Jerry, hold
Good,
on, man.
good.
Hey, hold up, man. Play the song.
oh
Come
man,
on, baby.
I can't. The interface right now is not connected, so
Oh, that's fine.
I know.
Then you got to sing it.
We'll
Sing
figure
it. Sing it then.
that.
Hold up, hold up.
Hey, but let's get right to it, man. What do you think, real quick? I mean, because this is an overreaction. You know, a win's a win, but let's get right back to it. Let's talk facts. What did we see in the game that we didn't like, and what is something that we do like? Let's just get right to the point. Who, Mailman, you go first.
Well, what I did like was the last drive with the no huddle. I wish Dallas would just go no huddle from the beginning of the game. I don't understand that. You're paying your quarterback $40 million a year, and it's not like he's a rookie. He's been there for what, 5 or 6 years? They know it's not like they don't know the playbook. Let him call his own plays from the beginning of the game.
Great point. I mean, great point, Harvey.
I mean, I agree, man. And I keep saying it, and I will not stop saying it. Our problem is we start off too slow. If we continue this trend and we keep doing this in the playoffs, so why do you think everybody's so insecure, man? We love our
Yeah,
boys. We'll go to death for them, all that. But if
yeah,
we keep playing like this is the result. We might lose some games.
yeah,
But hey,
yeah.
man, I I just didn't like the slow start. That's what I didn't like. And some
Uh-huh.
of the other thing I didn't like, why are we giving this receiver so much cushion?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't understand.
Well, that part I think they underestimated the quarterback. They didn't, especially when they kept switching the quarterbacks.
I was
Because
gonna
Yeah.
I think,
I was gonna point that out. Actually, I go. I bet you any NFL team, if they had this situation at hand, they're gonna have this problem that the Cowboys did because they took. I
yeah,
mean, they just completely blindsided the Cowboys. I thought that's it, Davis Mills. That's it.
right.
We're gonna go stacks. But then you bring in Driscoll, and Driscoll obviously he can get running. You know what I'm saying? He can get off on the and start running, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was attacking us with the RPO, which we had problems with that with the Eagles, with the Bears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Everybody that's running this RPO, we've had a problem. And if you look now, they took Micah completely out of the game in a sense where
yep.
he wasn't able
They
to make
sure
it.
did.
But Micah was hustling, man. I love the effort that Micah does.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously it sucks. It sucks when Micah can't get us the sacks, right? Because we want to see the sacks. But hey, man,
Right.
I love the discipline that he had, man. I mean, to stay home and not attack.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lion, man. They
Right.
got to
Right.
attack. So I will say this, man. It's so awesome to see Micah be able to help out our defense. And you know what? I love that crucial fourth down when the Texans decided to go for it, and the Cowboys defense stopped them and gave the
Yeah.
momentum back to the
Twice.
offense. Yeah.
Twice.
Oh yeah, because it was the third
Because
down.
D-Law got him on third down, and the whole squad came for him on fourth down.
Yeah.
Right. You
And
Yeah.
know, you said two things, right, Jerry? Would you? I'm gonna tell you what I did like. what I did like is I like the fact that as much as they almost gave me a heart attack, right? um, that they actually came back 98 yards, man. That says a lot about
98.
a
Yeah.
team. They came 98 yards all the way down the field to score, man. I think we kind of need something like that to kind of build some
Mm-hmm.
confidence because I don't think we've really had that kind of game where we had to come back the last drive to win the game. So I don't know, man. That's the one thing I did like. But it just to me, Dak started out slow, was throwing the ball behind people, over people. But when it comes to crunch time, man, he was laser. He was lasering that ball through windows. Like, why couldn't you do that from the beginning, man? You're trying to give me a damn heart attack.
Well, part of it is because those were his plays that he likes.
Yeah,
So I
yeah, you're
think
right.
Kellen Moore needs to let it go. Let Dak call these plays. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, so for
yeah.
instance, I'm not saying that Dak is Peyton Manning. But if you remember back when I think his name was Tom Moore when he was the offensive coordinator for
Todd
Indianapolis,
Moore. Yep.
they went over all the plays. They knew the whole playbook. But when the game was on the line, Peyton Manning took over the calls. And that's
And
what Dallas might have to do. If you ever notice at the end of every half, Dallas usually goes right down the field and at least gets a field goal when Dak is calling the plays. And then, as you saw, like you said, 98-yard drive. Yeah. Also, I wanted to point out that quarterback Driscoll, that was our preview for Jalen Hurts because that dude was running people over, man.
it
Yeah, he
was.
was. He
It was.
was. But they were running a weird formation too, Jerry, where they
Uh-huh.
had the linemen out and then they would
Mm-hmm.
bring them in. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they had to adjust to a whole new game plan. So, yeah, I mean, we barely won. A win's a win in the NFL, man. I'll take it
I'll
however
take it.
they give it to me.
I'll
Hey,
take it.
we're getting some crazy love on TikTok. Of course, Big Adam came back on. I'm back. Didn't didn't get the 40 burger, but won 400 altogether. So
Look,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was wrong. I was wrong with my 31-10 prediction too. Way off.
And he also added momentum changed when we gave up the long ball and Turpin fumble in the first. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that, man. Those little mistakes, right, with Turpin of fumbling,
Mm-hmm.
that's not
Mm-hmm.
good. And then the tip balls that were going up in the air. I mean, you don't want to see that. Obviously, this Houston team, I mean, their defensive backfield. Obviously, I had been giving them compliments on Jalen Petrie, and of course, well, Derek Stingley didn't play, but still, Lovie Smith has this the Texas defensive back ready to jump on any little
Mm-hmm.
tip that they can get their hands off. So for the future, that defense of backfield looks very promising for the Texans. Well, woo, a win,
so
man.
so speaking of them, do you think we made them look better than they are, or are they just not that bad of a team? I'm sitting here looking at them like, how did they only win one game?
Well, I think it's the tendencies that the Cowboys have, man. I'll go first,
Right,
and that's playing down to they're playing down to the actual. They're not playing. They're not taking the game and saying, you know what, we are the superior team, and we're gonna win. They're playing down. They
right.
took it looked like it looked like they took some plays off, man, or
That's true.
they took this team for they're like taking advantage. They're like, oh, it's gonna be a walk in the park, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Kellen Moore, he gets funny with his play calling, like you said, and it just doesn't look good, man. And he needs to
Right,
get on, get back on track, right?
right,
Run the ball,
right.
set up the play action, and let's go, man. Let's go get these wins. We need
Any
these.
any word on Steele?
No, not yet, but they're
Okay.
what I did, man. We have 5,000 likes on TikTok, man. That's crazy. Uh, yeah, it is insane. But I will say this. What we're seeing is that if Steele's, it's a knee injury.
Okay.
If he can't go, they're gonna push. They already said it, or Jerry Jones already said it. He made a statement. They'll push Jason Peters to right tackle and
Okay.
Tyron at left tackle and Tyler at left guard, and of course
Left
the
off.
way we got it right now. So, hopefully, Jason Peters looks like he looks good, man. He looks relatively good right now. So
Right.
let's see how we do going forward. But yeah, man. I guess let me see. I agree with Javier. A win is a win, but we have to adjust before Eagles and playoffs. That was Big Adam.
Yep. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
but
Also another bright spot was Dalton Schultz. He made some key catches. I mean, some key catches. So that I guess he took over as Cole Beasley now. He's the security blanket.
yeah. I mean, we could see it. We could see it. He definitely wants a 16 mil a year. So he's gonna get it with the Cowboys. But I think I just saw a report. I think that Terrence Steele's injury is a little bit more serious than what we think.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
I just saw a notification pop up.
But you know what, man? That's why, and Jerry said this for a long time. If you go back and watch our YouTube, but we blessed to have this type of offensive line, the depth that we have.
The depth.
Hey, so as of right now, Ball still needs some growing up to do because he didn't do too well.
No, he
but
didn't.
I am just glad we got Peters, man. I think that's going to be a world of difference, honestly.
Yep. Well, and Peters and getting Tyron Smith back, right? At the perfect time.
Perfect time, man. Yep. But a win's a win, right, guys?
That's right. That's right.
Now it's time for us to get to work and actually start dissecting what went wrong and look at the fine details, get into that all 22 and see what's going on with this Cowboys team. Because I mean, from going from the Colts to the Texans, you can't tell me that the Texans. Well, I don't know. They tied each other. They're both hot garbage. they are. They're both hot garbage. But it just shows you, man. We can't relax, man. We need to make sure the Cowboys need to make sure that they're going full force and the play calling is right. But dang, it's good to have that defense.
Yep. That defense.
No. They're giving us some somebody put on notification or they left the comments, right? What was up with a set of downs with Zeke running the ball up the middle and not getting the TD? Man,
when
is he talking about
fourth down?
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't run a pass play on that play.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It was, I mean, they know they're gonna run it, man. I would have rolled out with Dak and thrown either Dak run it in or throw it to the tight ends in the back of the end zone. But
Joshua said maybe. Joshua was saying that D Law won us the game, which I like.
He did.
I think, yeah, man. I mean, that third down was, man. You could tell he really wanted that stop. I'll tell you this. I still love our defense. I know that I know me and Harvey were kind of talking pregame. He was saying, man, I don't know about our defense being the top defense in the league right now, but I'll tell you this: when our defense is able to make those kind of stops, that gives us the right momentum, and that's exactly what they need. Blue Collar 99 says they should have known the last down should have been a pass to the outside. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah. So yeah, for sure. Noel, not that I'm off life support. I would.
Do I need to pass this to everybody? I need one of these.
That's funny, man. I would venture to say that we can afford to start this slow against the Eagles, Commanders, and in playoffs if we get there. I mean, at this point, I'm going to start talking very politically correct, man. I am not going to be putting out my predictions out like that and be so bold, especially I know the East-West football. And man, I was talking a good storm, man. I was pumping up the Cowboys, and man, the Cowboys gonna do this to me. I ain't gonna do that no more, man. I got called out on Facebook, but luckily we got the dub. We would have the possibility had two to score to finish the game. Absolutely right, man. We would have had you're absolutely right, man.
But you know what? That goes to show, right? At the end of the game when they ran that fourth down, that goes to show that it's something that they just recently installed because he went the wrong way. I honestly think they just installed that. So if he doesn't go the wrong way, does he score? I don't think so. Because I think Donovan Wilson was on the outside coming down. I think they would have been stopped regardless, but that just goes to show that the Cowboys were ready for it if you see the play with the way it played out.
For sure. I mean,
hey, don't forget we gotta give some credit to Money Maher too with that 53-yard field goal.
Oh, yeah.
It's just weird when he comes out and it's a his field goals are longer than 50 yards, it's like, oh, he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. But if it's a short field goal, I'm like nervous. I'm sweating like you, Jerry.
Man, it's crazy, man. Yeah, right now I'm freaking out, man. Our little army on TikTok, that man, we got 9,000, we got 10,000 likes, man. That's crazy.
That's
Oh,
crazy,
wow.
man. Hey, I
Yeah.
appreciate it,
Yeah,
TikTok.
Wow.
Hey, hats off to you, TikTok. You guys have been so much fun, man. It's been a great, man. We've been, the Cowboy Cast
I'm gonna
started.
have to borrow some of your followers.
I don't like seeing color on sidelines on red zone drives, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Good call out, Big Adam. You're absolutely right, but it's, Pollard had what, 2 TDs early on,
Mm-hmm.
and then like he kind of said, like they kind of got away from giving
Right.
the ball to Pollard, man, and then it looks like the offense got a little stale, which is kind of it's just so exhausting to see that. And I've seen
one of the plays they had both of them in. It was Pollard and Zeke.
We're getting a lot of comments here. And I've seen Kellen Moore trick plays, and that series doesn't sound like his calls at all. That's what somebody mentioned. I don't like seeing Pollard on the sideline on the red zone. And then how do I add y'all? I like the lines. Oh, I like the feeds. Well, find us on YouTube, right? Of course. Find us on YouTube. That's probably the best place, man. YouTube, the Cowboy Cast. You'll see us. There's a bunch of I mean, we literally go live Monday through Friday, Harvey and I, and then of course follow Mailman at the Dallas or the Dallas Cowboys collaboration page on Facebook for Mailman. Mailman does some awesome jobs there. Grateful Dak had a fourth quarter comeback, man. He did have,
And that's what I'm saying. I think we needed something like that.
yeah, we did.
We did, man, to see what kind of team we got. And obviously we did it without Steele, man. We did it with Jason Peters.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm telling you, man, I
big.
think the way Stephen Jones and Will McClay made this move for Peters, man, I think this is saving our season, to be honest, man. We don't give them credit. Yep. We just see the players on the field, but I think them making that move might help us out. And we'll see, man. We got a lot of depth. I think we'll be okay. We'll see. The biggest thing is how long is Steele going to take to come back, I think. But
Ramiro said 3 turnovers. Yeah. Surprise, Texans almost won. Man, yeah. I mean, like, but those were they were coming up mistakes. It just shows you got to eliminate the mistakes. Also, what would you all think about Witten as tight end coach?
I kind of like Doug though.
Yeah, he's done great. He's done great with those rookies too.
Hey, he's the one who got Peyton Hendershot because we almost lost him to the Chiefs. So, man, I think we'll pump the brakes. I've always loved Witten, right? Witten's always been one of those guys that we grew up right like loving. But I like you said, I kind of like Doug too. I miss Jerry Jones pacing on the sidelines, 90s style. I think if we start seeing that, I think that maybe perhaps you can bring that nostalgia back, and people will understand why we love the Cowboys so much, right? But
he might be a little too old for that now, man.
Yeah, for real.
He might not be able to get out of the way if somebody gets close to those sidelines.
Hey, Mailman, he might get a heart attack on the sideline watching the game.
Right,
like
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
He goes, they say, I know Mailman like that.
Yeah. Hey, when you said about the depth on the offensive line, I like that the depth in the defensive secondary too. That came in to help a lot.
I will tell you this, man. Kelvin Joseph had a big play that came at him, and man, it almost got away. But oh my goodness, thank goodness. My question is, if that would have been Anthony Brown, would Anthony Brown, would that guy have converted that first down on Anthony Brown?
I think you would have.
Yeah. So because Anthony Brown would have been looking this way.
A blue collar, he says, too bad we don't have the triangle defense anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of happy with the defense the way we have it right now. But 11,800 likes, man. Can you believe that? Our army is going crazy here, man. I love it.
So the other thing is, you know what was surprising was where's Micah at? That was kind of shocking. Though. Or is Tunsil that good? The left tackle for the Texans.
He is.
I because
He
my
really
brothers
is.
my brother were asking me like, where can we put an APB out for Micah? That's exactly how they said it. So I'm like, I don't know,
But
man.
I see. I think that maybe when they have the quarterbacks running like that, because remember he kind of disappeared against Philly too. So it might be that he's sometimes we might not know what the scheme is, and he might be kind of like a spy. Maybe not a spy, but he might be assigned to keep that quarterback in check and
Yeah,
hold
because
his edge down.
I noticed they were running away from him too. They're running on the
Mm-hmm.
other side away from him. But
Yeah,
I guess they were
but when they
making
did come to his side, they had to cut back. He wouldn't
yeah.
allow them to get to the outside.
Man, Blue Collar is bringing out some memories, right? He goes, Lee, Smith, Vanderish, players on defense are damn good, but but miss Sean Lee the most. Man, I mean, Sean Lee was
Yeah,
also one of them guys that we grew up watching, right? But
yeah,
he can never stay healthy, man. Why do we have
never.
trouble? What a Big Adam? Why do we have trouble with the Wildcat offense? I think if anything, I think it's not that we have trouble. I think if anything, it kind of took us by. It was something that was it just if we look back at it, right, it was I believe it was the Eagles who really exposed us with it, and the reason why is because
Mm-hmm.
when you have somebody like Micah, he's super fast. I mean, hell, they don't even call holding penalties on him, but it's because he's so fast.
Never.
And the thing is that the only way to really truly beat Micah is by getting him to come at you like 100 miles an hour. And so, now that we see, we're gonna miss, some of those quarterback keepers and especially those quarterback design rollouts, because Micah is just flying by. But now we can kind of see that Micah's actually improved, and now we see with Micah, he's actually, like you said, he's kind of like a spy. He's able to settle in. So I think going forward, I think that we're gonna start seeing that this Wildcat or this RPO stuff's not gonna really work on the Cowboy defense, because I think that Micah's ultimately gonna be able to stop it. So he's gonna be our difference
Mm-hmm.
maker. Micah had Texas
Yeah.
offensive line scared, false starts a couple of times. Yeah, that was at the end of the game, man.
Yep.
The
He sure
defense,
did.
the
He
defense,
sure did.
the defense was really getting them going. They had them on skates. Why do we have trouble? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So those are the
And
last two questions.
any word on Diggs' injury? Remember, he got hurt early. He came back in the game, but
I mean, it
they
didn't
were
look too
saying
bad. I
something
mean,
was
at
wrong
the
with his
very end,
hand.
it looked like he got the interception, but it was actually Izzy,
Right.
right? But
Izzy took
Yeah.
it. Izzy took it from him. Right.
yeah,
They were all
but
fighting for
hey,
it. They
I
were,
love it, man. It just shows you the ball
hey,
skills we have.
hey, have you also noticed that at the end of the game that instead of taking the regular kneel down and you lose a yard or so, you ever notice Dak moves up towards the line of scrimmage so he won't lose a yard?
He
I'm
does,
like,
man. He
dude,
does.
they
He's
are really
protecting the
into the
stats, baby. He's
stats.
protecting the stats. Hey,
Yeah.
somebody said I think Micah is saving up a lot of energy for the Eagles on the 24th. Well said, man.
Nah,
I mean,
we can't afford that.
but I
One
mean,
game at a time.
I really don't think that, because I mean, if you look at Micah, he was chasing down Jeff
Yep.
Driscoll like on one side of the. He
Uh-huh.
went from one side to the other side and stopped him on that
Right.
key first down. So
Yeah.
I don't see him taking plays off, man. Micah's never been one of those guys to take plays
Yeah.
off.
And I saw him jump on Pierce's back on one play, and Pierce he carried him for about 2 yards though. I was shocked to see that. So now I don't think Mike is taking any plays off.
Yeah, I just think people are getting excited and that they already want to go against the Eagles. But hey, I think we need these next few games to clean up some things. The
Yep.
Tennessee Titans are a very streaky team, and that's a team that and the Jaguars are a very streaky team too. I mean,
Jacksonville, right?
if you give them enough, they're going to take. If you give them an inch, they're going to take a whole mile, right? So we got to be careful.
Yep.
Cowboys got to be careful. Hey, we need to dissect this game, man. But overreaction thoughts. Anybody else have anything else what they want to say before we get off?
No,
man.
I want to give a shout out to Noah Brown and Michael Gallup too, because they made some huge catches. I have to go back to see the interception. Was that on Dak or was that on Noah Brown? If it was behind him, but he came back and made a big play later on. So
yeah, because the one in the fourth quarter where they stopped the Texans, that one they actually hit his bicep. So I saw that one. Are you talking about the one earlier in the game?
Earlier, yeah, the one that
Oh.
that went up in the air, the tipped one. So
Dig stole my backyard football moves.
he turned it into a punt return. I was like, dude, you're going backwards. You're going backwards. He thought he was at Alabama again.
It felt like all them kids playing in the backyard, man.
Yeah.
It was a crazy.
No, what I'll say, man, is man, I was like, man, I don't want to even turn on this phone, man, right now, because we got to get this win, because you know how people are, man. But no, we got the win, and you know they're gonna say stuff. Everybody's gonna come out and say something. But hey, a win's a win, and I don't care what they say. It's hard to win in the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. Week in and week out, it's hard to get a win. We got the win. That's all that matters. But the way we did it is I like the way we did it. We came back from 98 yards all the way down the field to win the game. That says something about your team, and that says something about the way they play with a couple of minutes left in the game. But we'll see.
Yep.
Peter stepping up at left tackle on the final drive, right? Oh man.
Well, no, he played right tackle, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. I thought he was right tackle. Yeah, because Tyler Smith was great at left tackle.
Yeah, but he did play very well, man. I think Peters played a lot better than Ball was. They had to help Ball a little bit, but yeah, I think that's what won us the game, man. Was Peters playing that right side?
Yeah, I definitely got to go back and look at it. But that's it for us, right, guys? I mean, it's overreaction. He said Peter stepping in at right tackle. A little typo there. Hey, congratulations, Jonathan Ayala, on the cap giveaway. We will
congratulations, brother.
Yep. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Of course, keep like I said, for those that are watching right now, make sure that you guys tune in, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got more giveaways coming up, so stay tuned. Hey, we love you, TikTok. Thank you for all the love and support. 11,800 likes. That is insane, man.
And boo to the Giants. Boo.
All right. Hey, YouTube and Facebook. Hey, we love you guys, man. A win is a win regardless. Hey, and be loud and be obnoxious, man. We love you guys. We'll see you guys on